Apparently, all of this began in the first half of the 21st century, when the United Nations broke down into a million little pieces. That's why the world map of today looks like, as one cynical journalist liked to describe it, a shattered stained glass window. There's always some country on the verge of inciting hostility with their neighbor. Inevitably, this constant state of tension could only create a world riddled with small-scale conflicts. For example... They're forcing our hand! Let's do it! Please, just mistake them for mortar rounds or something. Hey!
Let's hope they retreat before they realize there's only two of us.
Yes!
Pull back! Where are they shooting from?
Retreat!
Behind us!
We're surrounded!
They're everywhere!
Come on, why aren't they retreating? We had them on the run, why are they stopping now?
Because they're pinned down by that damn sniper. He's cutting off their escape route. They've got no choice but to fight back with all they've got. Damn it, this might be the end of our fun and games.
Little Miss Loutish, legitimate kingdom first gen.
Standard, which is just another way of saying outdated.
We gotta do something before an enemy detachment comes looking for us!
Can we rig up some explosives to booby-trap their path? If we...
Intelligence Union Military. We're Mechanized Infantry Squad 4. You are legitimate kingdom, right?
Just sit tight. We've got a powered suit unit. They'll have things cleaned up in less than 5 minutes.
Thanks for the save. But damn, I'm only seeing this up close for the first time. The ugly side of war. Even innocent women and children killed for no reason.
There's a sniper on that other ridge. He's who started this engagement.
Appreciate the warning. You boys can just leave the rest to us.
Not all of it. You get the village, we'll take care of the sniper. I'm not gonna be happy unless I get to take a couple of cracks at him.
So then, Mr. Seawax, you claim to be a professional photojournalist, do you? You are aware this is an interrogation room, and that your actions earned you a well-deserved invitation here.
I don't have to say a thing without my attorney present, but I'll do you a favor and tell you this. You have violated my human rights, so I advise you to uncuff me at once. Are you so upset about the sniping? Don't tell me you're gonna charge me with murder just because I'm not in the military.
Try not to beat yourself up too much. That girl who was killed wasn't the same one we met.
How's that supposed to make me feel better?
It's your job to pump those tyrannical bastards of the Oceanian forces full of lead, right? Well, you weren't doing your job, so I took it upon myself. You corrupt tax thief. Proof they're monsters. How could the Oceanians do that to such a young girl?
They didn't.
Huh?
It was your bullet that killed this little girl. And that's not all. Due to your thoughtless adventuring, a great massacre is about to happen.
What do you mean?
The Oceanian forces have been eagerly waiting for the media to arrive. They want the cameras to capture the massacre of their villagers.
That's ridiculous. Why the hell would a country plan to massacre its own people?
Because they want to pin the slaughter of their poor villagers on the invading multinational forces, painting themselves as victims. They want sympathy for their cause. Their sick goal is to sway the opinion of the international community to support them.
You're wrong! And how dare you blame me for this? I'm a conscientious journalist!
You have a naively distorted idea of reality. It was the trigger on your rifle that led to the defeat of the Oceanian Extermination Squad. It all played out in front of the media like they wanted. What scheme do you think those bastards will do next? You've already given them a leg up. The next massacre is bound to be enormous. They'll wipe out a village and call it collateral damage. And I can promise you that this time they'll use their object to do it. It may be old, just a half-gen in fact, but that hardly matters when it's turned on flesh and blood humans.
This is not my fault, damn it! I'm just a journalist! All I wanted to do was pursue the truth!
The truth? Listen, I'm telling you, this is the truth. The lives of all those villagers are worth less than nothing to the dictator of this country. A massacre to them is no more than a strategic political move. And that's exactly why we were trying to keep the media away and bring all of this to a conclusion before they could pull the trigger on their plans. But thanks to your interference, we are right back at square one. Understand?
No, you're wrong.
The estimated body count worked out by the digital simulation department is 13,000. Are you satisfied now that you have the truth? Well, Mr. Conscientious Journalist.
I, just wanted to say thanks. You know, for letting us observe that.
It won't happen again.
I understand.
So how much more time do you think we've got before the massacre begins?
Who knows? But there's no doubt they're gonna send their object after a village. That'll get them the attention they want.
And that's precisely why we gotta find their object before they do.
But we're not. We've got orders from the higher-ups.
What?
Our only chance is to wait for the enemy object to give us a strip show and shimmy out of its concrete shelter. They want to find out which water storage plant it's hiding in, and they're observing via satellite now. We can't risk blowing our golden opportunity by tipping them off with some clumsy reconnaissance beforehand.
Wait, they're gonna risk letting the massacre happen just to get intel? You know the carnage an object is capable of. 13,000 dead, remember?
We're only looking to confirm which storage plant it comes out of. Trust me, we'll stop them before they get to the massacre. I won't let them claim any more victims, not one more soul.
The Oceanians have to realize we've got satellites trained on them. They'll be expecting...
Look, I would much rather send you two to destroy their object. But we've already got our orders and it's too late to do anything else.
The Gatling 033 is currently in Stage 2 maintenance. The pilot is now 72% revitalized.
Any word from the legitimate kingdom?
Nothing so far.
I see. This ridiculous farce might drag on longer than I'd expected.
Princess? Princess! Melinda Brantini!
Oh, yes, ma'am?
I need you to move the turret for me. I gotta get at the control box beneath it.
Sure.
So, there haven't been any casualties reported yet, right?
There was a skirmish on the front lines last night, but no one has said anything about any casualties on our side.
You do know you can check the roster for yourself.
Yeah.
Well, the roster only shows the names of those who were killed. I understand. I'll look into it for you.
You will? Thank you.
You're just looking to find out if anyone was wounded, right?
Yeah. Please be okay.
Oh, come on. We have to pick one of these and just hope it's the right answer? It's like a quiz.
Well, at least we've got it narrowed down. Their object is in one of these plants. We have to find it.
They managed to hide something as huge as an object, which means they must have had a wide enough path to get it there.
So a water storage plant connected to a major road. Ah, that cut down our options some. But it looks like the higher-ups already had the same idea. They've been prioritizing the destruction of plants along major roads this whole time.
So our only option is to scout them out one by one?
So we reversed the search.
What?
There was only ever one confirmed sighting of the half-gen, 2 years ago when it was built. After that, they hid it away to never be seen again. It vanished. Here's the thing. After they hid it, couldn't they have just planted trees around the water plant?
Good point. Their forest growth project? It was all genetically modified. 2 years is plenty of time for those trees to fully grow. And that would totally erase any evidence of where they've stored it.
So going by that logic, the most likely spots would be surrounded by new growth forests.
Leaving 3 candidates.
It's a good start, but we need more information.
Then let's ask the princess what she knows. An elite is bound to have more intel than they dole out to us grunts.
Actually, I lost my cell phone. I dropped it in the skirmish last night.
Wait, you haven't talked to her? This whole time?
I didn't have anything to tell her.
You idiot!
Why are you freaking out?
You can use mine. Just contact her right away.
Sure, but... They're mobilizing!
Have they pinpointed the object's location?
We've pinpointed the object's location to the Great Sandy Desert. Do everything to bring it down.
And how did we authenticate the exact hiding location of the target?
The satellite team was able to detect the energy signature of the object's power reactor being activated.
After all this time waiting, they're finally sending their object on the hunt.
It's strange. They've been so careful hiding it up until now.
Yeah, but they know we're looking, so they can't hide a huge energy reading forever.
As soon as it's out in the open, they've got to know our objects are gonna attack, and they can't win that fight. So why? Oh crap, it's the trial reactor!
And what is that?
When objects are being built, it's standard practice to build a trial reactor to test it out. What if that's what they actually fired up? It would make for a perfect diversion.
Aren't you overthinking this?
It'd be great if I am, but if what I'm predicting is correct, that would make the reading in the Great Sandy a trap.
You mean the same way a cute girl might try to lure you in by flashing you a little panty?
If we just roll up on it, they might be planning to detonate the trial reactor. And that'll take us out, objects and all. It's basically the same as a 200-kiloton bomb.
No way! The princess and the others are already inbound! Speed it up. If we take too long, the princess is a goner.
I realize that.
We know for a fact that Jumbo Jugs was in here earlier for a strategy meeting.
Fingers crossed they left some documents behind. Anything at all that can help us narrow down our 3 candidates.
I can help.
Who's that? That voice. It's the photojournalist.
The name's Seawax. I overheard the strategy meeting from here.
Up there. The duct's connected to the interrogation room.
Look, huh? How could they be so dumb as to connect the interrogation and conference rooms?
They mainly built this base for object maintenance, so I doubt they put too much thought into the possibility of capturing prisoners. I get the feeling they rushed to put that interrogation room together just for this.
That doesn't make it any less stupid, crooked tax thieves.
Listen, you guys are trying to find the Half-Jin's location, right? Your commanding officers had it narrowed down to 2 spots, and then decided which one to focus on. It was either gonna be the Great Sandy or the Tanami.
The Tanami? That's one of our 3 candidates!
Why did they rule out the Tanami?
Because of the energy signal. The reading from the Great Sandy made it seem obvious. They forgot all about the Tanami once that hit.
It's exactly like you predicted.
This is bad.
Yeah. If that's where it's hiding, never mind the nearby villages. This base is in danger.
And there's no doubt that the Great Sandy's a trap.
Oh crap, the princess. Let's call her back.
No. She's acting under direct orders now. We can't ask her to violate that. Not based on such a vague hunch.
Then what do we do?
As usual, we've got to handle it on our own. It's back into the jaws of hell for us.
Hey, take me with you!
What? Get real. Like hell we're helping you escape.
I just want to make amends. All of this, I caused it to happen, right? Objects take all of the attention in war. Thanks to that, no one hears about the tragedies that occur in the field. I came here because I found that fact unforgivable. But the truth of it? My idealism did nothing but ruin the professional work that your people were doing here. I tried to save people and only made things worse. I'm begging you! Let me atone for what I've done!
You can use a rifle, right? Just hang on and we'll bring you one. Last thing we need is some excess baggage that can't defend itself.
Of course. Thank you. Truly, thank you. I'll be waiting. And I'll go with you. And I'll make it right.
So, you straight up lied to him.
If we brought that guy with us, he'd try to die a glorious death on the battlefield. He pisses me off, but that doesn't mean I want to watch the dude die right in front of me.
Of course you don't, hero. Now let's focus on staying alive. I don't want to watch us die either.
What gentleman?
The one who seemed to know so much about objects.
No clue.
Check 1, check 2. Conducting microphone test.
Who is that? Is that to the whole army?
Okay, hope you can hear me. Greetings, my fellow hardworking legitimate kingdom soldiers. I hate to disappoint you guys, but the target you're going after is most likely a dummy. The real thing's in the Tanamite Desert.
That reading from the Great Sandy? That's most likely a trial reactor and not the object.
He's okay.
Not only that, there's a good chance they're luring you into a massive trap. They might be planning to detonate the trial reactor. That explosion would be more than enough to take out both objects.
Don't let them fool you. There's a chance this is an enemy ploy.
Nobody's responding. Damn it.
I'm hoping you have some kind of concrete evidence to back up that story.
It's G-Cup!
No evidence. There wasn't time to verify it. We had a secondary source, but their reliability was a bit too questionable.
Then why should we—
And that's why I'm suggesting we strike at both of the targets. We know one of them's the real deal, and the other one's the dummy. We've got nothing to lose if we destroy them both. Princess, I'm willing to bet my life that the Great Sandy is nothing more than a trap. So try to keep some distance. Take it out with long-range artillery fire. I've got no doubt that you can do it.
I'm a tad insulted that you wouldn't trust me with that task.
Your main guns are serial swift-beam Gatling guns, aren't they? You'd crush it in close-quarter combat, but you know you don't have the precision for a long-range target like this. Just let the princess have her turn in the spotlight.
I'll do everything I can.
There's your confidence boost, Princess. I can practically feel your gutsy energy out here.
Like we said, we think the real object's stationed in the Tanamite Desert, and we're on our way to check. If we're right on this, will you back us up?
Hey, hold on a second. I'd like to know who the hell gave you the order to head to the Tanamite Desert.
Uh-oh, sounds like a court-martial. How about we make a bet? If the Great Sandy turns out to be the real target, you can toss us in the brig. But if it's actually the Tanamite, I'd like the beautiful lady to stomp all over me with her soft, supple soles. While I would like free range to take advantage of the beautiful lady's armpits.
Quit making a mockery of this war by trying to turn it into a wager for your weird fetishes.
So I guess that means you don't want to hear the rest. I didn't even mention your nostrils or ear holes.
I have no intention of placing these bets, so you'll have to screw yourselves.
Right, but practically speaking, you might want to start groveling just in case we destroy the enemy object on our own.
Who knows? We could just become your superiors, Miss Fralatia.
I don't know about that, Havia. Let's be realistic here. We are disobeying the military's orders. There's a good chance we might forfeit all of our past accomplishments.
You idiots! You've proven yourselves too valuable. I can't just sit back and let you get yourselves killed. It may be a half-gen, but it's still an object. At least wait for us to send one of our objects to back you up.
Well, we're already on the move. If we stop to wait, the enemy object might take action.
And then it's, hey, we got fooled and the villagers got massacred. Not a very good punchline, unless you think the entire Allied forces losing face is funny. Throw in a demotion for yourself, too.
We're doing this on our own initiative, so you can lay the responsibility on us for whatever happens.
Are you serious? I can't just—
Take advantage of her armpits, huh?
The finish on these is quite impressive. How long until they're ready to ship?
6 months if everything goes well.
We have plans in place for 3 large wars in the next year alone. Put a rush on it.
There's a call from the Oceanian front, sir.
It's still too early for the operation to be over. Quenther and Havia.